Hello summoners and welcome to the Mobalytics top 5 quick tips for playing Jinx, getting some elo, and climbing ranked with her. For the very first tip, the best thing to do is to start off with what Keystone and Rune setup should you take, because this is a little bit up in the air. You see a lot of people taking fleet footwork, press the attack, even some hail of blades. You see a lot of different things on Jinx, but we are going to recommend the lethal tempo keystone. Jinx in general has a hard time running away if she gets jumped on, and although lethal tempo doesn't let you kite directly as well as fleet footwork, it gives you the option of going all in on taking out your opponent before they can even kill you. It also happens to synergize very well with your rocket form by giving you the much needed attack speed in the late game that Fishbones lacks. Sometimes it will allow Jinx to completely pop off in a teamfight by breaking the attack speed cap, giving you an insane amount of attack speed when combined with your Get Excited reset. As far as the laning phase goes, for Jinx there are two important tips we'd like to give you. The first one is about mana conservation. Her zap is hard to land without setup from your team or from your chompers, so you should avoid fishing for long range zaps in lane since it will waste all of your mana. If you have full mana, you should instead focus on using the range and the splash damage from your Fishbones as a primary source for your harass. During this clip, you can see just how easily you can chew through your mana, and if she had the mana to use her ultimate, probably would have been able to get a kill and get a reset and not die. The other big tip for her laning phase sounds very self-explanatory, and it kind of is self-explanatory, but you should learn to use your chompers aggressively in lane as soon as the enemy ADC goes up to CS. It is a great way to get a nice trade on your opponent or even secure a kill. If you have an aggressive support that can either follow up to your chompers after you hit them or hit their CC and then you can easily chomper into that, this is how you can get some kills on Jinx during the laning phase. You will see many Jinx players play slightly too passive and use their chompers as only a peel tool, as it really is her only defensive tool, but sometimes the best defense is a good offense. Flash is a precious tool for Jinx. She has no mobility and very situational crowd control, so Flash gives Jinx the ability to escape divers and assassins. The problem with Jinx is positioning and getting caught out. Of course, you might be able to get away that very first time by using your Flash and your heal away, but the problem is the second you get bound by Morgana right after that, once you get back to lane, you're gonna die inside the CC and get killed. It's helpful to avoid wasting your flash to secure low probability kills in the mid to late game, since having your flash can be the difference between you carrying a future team fight or just dying for free to their assassins. When you have no sums up based on your champion and you're not able to get that reset, you gotta stop walking up so far forward. The Ezreal's just gonna kill you. 3 ADC champions that you can pick Jinx into are Caitlyn, Kog'Maw, and Varus. While it is true that Caitlyn and Varus can be lane bullies and very strong champions in lane given how much range they have, and Kog'Maw does scale pretty well, overall Jinx does well into these champions, especially when paired with an aggressive support. For Varus, although he does have that impactful ultimate, it's not as good against Jinx as something like Ashe ult because she can still auto attack and deal damage. As far as Kog'Maw, he doesn't have a super oppressive laning phase, and arguably Jinx on 5 or 6 items will outscale him, and Kog'Maw can't really punish her. And for Caitlyn, yeah, she definitely is better in lane versus Jinx, but on 1 to 2 item completion, as well as you can look to all in the Caitlyn due to how squishy she is, it means that Jinx won't have the worst time in the world versus Caitlyn, and can easily kill her in the mid game. Anyway, this has been the Mobalytics top 5 quick tips for Jinx. Make sure you follow us on all of our socials and check out the product at mobalytics.gg, your all-in-one platform for improving at League of Legends.